What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in. Today we have another exciting unboxing to dig into for you guys. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. Really helps push the video out there so more people get to check it out. And feel free to let me know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love hearing from you guys. So we have a knife here coming in from Real Steel. Huge shout out to them for sending this in for us to take a look at. We are going to be taking a look at, for the very first time, the Tanto EDC. And I believe this is out of their new line of knives, which they just put out a massive display of quite a few different knives. We have our typical paperwork, microfiber cloth, and in that microfiber cloth, we should have our knife. Now that's going to be the Tanto EDC. So we'll take a little closer look here. Now this is definitely going to be a knife that is going to appeal to a specific part of knife buyers, the knife community, and the knife world in general. And the reason I say that is because this is actually a non-locking knife here. This is going to be what is called basically a double detent. So there's a detent ball that holds this blade in the open position, and it's got a nice tactile click, and it holds the blade closed. So it's got a nice feeling click on both the open and close. I love the blade shape on this thing because you get what kind of acts like a drop point, but you still have two edges and you have your secondary point there as well. This has a beautiful satin finish. And then in the long pull or fuller area, that's kind of grayed out. We are going to be looking at an O-stop held design, and this is going to be coming in Nitro V, guys. And some more great news. These are going to be like 60, 65 bucks, I believe, which is pretty damn cool, if you ask me. This has a very nice, minimal, sleek steel rollover clip that is ultra deep carry. Everything has been recessed in there, plenty of room. We have a geared steel backspacer there. Couple of body screws holding it together as well. Very clean looking, nice and in line on both sides here. The pivot looks really nice as well. We have the textured G10, and there's going to be a bunch of different flavors of this knife, guys. So there won't be any short supply. And that has a very clean, smooth open and closing action. It's not going to be like your typical slip joint where you have a half or, you know, some sort of half stop, right? This is going to be closed or open. And it's very smooth. I'm guessing that is on washers. That is the way that it feels. Now, I know some double detent knives you can kind of push down and they'll kind of fly home. I don't think, maybe once this gets broken in, you'll be able to do that, but I don't think that's the design intent of this knife. And what I was saying at the beginning there, as we get our issuing stitches Hank out here to check this clip, this is going to be, you know, geared towards a specific part of knife buyers, people who cannot have locking knives. And there's plenty of people that fall into that category, sadly, outside the U.S. I don't think there's any spots in the U.S. where you can't have a locking knife, but there's definitely blade length restrictions. 3 inches. I believe some jurisdictions have 2.5 inches or under. Don't hold me to that, but I believe I've had people tell me in certain cities, and I think it was Chicago, you can't have anything over 2.5 inches, I want to say, which is absolutely ridiculous. If you live in an area where you have restrictions or insane knife laws, whether you're in the U.S., you're in Canada, you're outside the U.S., let me know down in the comments what kind of crap you have to deal with, because I truly feel sorry for you guys, and I would love to know. what you specifically, the viewer, are, what you're dealing with if you are. So with this thinner hank from Issuing Stitches, it has pretty damn good retention, and that is pretty thin. So something that thin, if it has good retention on that, it's going to have pretty good retention in a standard, jeans pocket or what have you. Now, the other place where this will appeal is to someone who just really likes traditional style knives, where you can just kind of pull the knife out, pull the blade, open her up, make your routine cuts, because that's what this is geared for, your everyday light duty, cutter. But man has had something just like this for decades upon decades, and that's all they had was like a slip joint or something similar to this, and got by and did very well for many decades. So this is going to be plenty, especially with modern, building, the way these are built and the way these are done, coming in Nitro V. This is going to do very, very well. We have a double row of jimping up here. Real Steel does a phenomenal job. They're a company that's really trying to do well by the consumer. I talk with them very often, and it's very evident to me that they're trying to do very well by the consumer, and they're trying to hit a lot of different areas. They're coming out double detent knives. They're coming out with slip joint knives, backlock knives, crossbar knives, frame lock, button frame lock. They're trying to hit on all kinds of stuff. And everything that I've checked out in all them individual areas has all been just awesome. They continue to do a phenomenal job. Let's see what kind of edge comes on this thing. Now, by the time you are seeing this, I will have these linked down below, but I should have a coupon code for these down below, along with a lot of other knives like the Evolution, the Sif, the Perix, the Kakashi, all them types of knives that are newer. I should have a code. I'll have it down in the description down there for you. You can feel free to use that code if you would like. It does help out the channel, but that is entirely up to you if you use that link and that code. And that's another thing, guys. One reason why I've been so high on Real Steel lately. I knew where they was trying to go before this very recent drop because they told me. And then once they told me, and I kind of heard where they was trying to go, they started to prove that that's where they were going. And they have just done a phenomenal job, guys. They have not let me down in the slightest, even with, designs that maybe I might not go for all the time, or maybe stuff that's not directly up my alley. They just do a phenomenal job. It's not like they came out with this double detent knife and then cut a bunch of corners and put out a subpar product. That's not what they're doing here. They're really doing a fantastic job, and it's just awesome to see. And they're working with some very, very good designers over there. Ostap Hell is a phenomenal designer, and they're also working with several other designers that really can put out a solid pocket knife. There won't be any need to check the lock on this thing because there isn't one. This is a very sleek, slim, slender knife, and even having XL sized hands, I can get a nice full purchase on this thing. I love that blade shape, and I love that it's coming in Nitro V. And if, I can get my coupon code for this one, you'll be able to pick this up for like $50. So if you need kind of like a fifth pocket knife, or you're someone who can't have locking knives, this is going to be under 3 inches, I think 2 3/4. So if you're someone who has to deal with blade length restrictions, you'll, not 2.5, but under 3, you know, this will hit quite a few different areas. Or if you're just looking for something new and something different, this is going to be a solid little cutter right here. And I might actually put this in a slip, a skinny slip or something, and carry it that way. But I think I'm going to make it a point to carry and use this thing. It's comfortable, it's lightweight, and I think it's going to do a great job. You still have that nice pokey tip there, and then that nice little slant. You'll be able to get right up on that tip, get right up behind the edge. It's got a nice sharpening choil there. Just a awesome job. You guys will have to let me know, what do you think of the new Tanto EDC there? And let me know if you have to deal with any restrictions or any knife laws, whatever it may be. Feel free to vent them down in the comments. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just a kind of revised version, you know, just a couple sentences or whatever. I always look forward to hearing from you guys. Either way, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I always appreciate that, guys. If you're new here, we release videos just like this one every single day. Hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I'll throw up a couple of new videos. Do me a favor, go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one.